Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. Just gonna hit you guys up with my thoughts about the new special missions. Just so we know off the top of the video, this is pre-recorded. I did not have time to record this one and talk about it live. I'm just changing my team there because Sin has some levels that she can gain, and I'm running the first mission, White Tiger, for the very first time now. So this is why you're seeing the dialogue here. Thank you for the Dimension Rift, Boark. In general, guys, I haven't paid very close attention to the storyline in the game. I'm not gonna lie and say that I'm like an ardent fan or anything like that, but it's the Loki. I paused here because that's a typo. Sorry, Netmarble. It should be it's Loki. No need to have the in there. Yeah. Anyways, moving on. My overall thoughts about the storyline is that it's pretty good. There's a couple of funny jokes in here that I really want to touch on. And I'm really glad that they did some other things in this video that I want to talk about a little bit later when we see them. But for now, let's just focus on the ones at hand. So, for people who are running the new special missions, and you fucking well should be because they're awesome, this is what you want to do. I mean, this is what you should have done for the first day. I'm sorry I couldn't release this video when the patch dropped because, well, that's not how my schedule works, and I wanted to talk about the new characters first. But if you just came back to the game and you haven't started the new special missions, you run the first mission once to get to 50% progress bar. You run the second mission once to get to 100%. And then what you can do, as you'll see in the video, is you can run each of the next two missions once to unlock the last mission. That way you can make your very first run of the special missions for the majority of the 30 minutes can be for just Squirrel Girl. Here I was checking if we can change between autoplay plus and autoplay plus in the settings in the game, and we can, which is awesome. So I'm gonna let Shirag do her thing. She's gonna fuck up some bros and some dudettes. That's all cool, that's all well and good. I really like the level design. I think it's really cool. It looks like a real place in Paris. I mean, obviously it can only go so far as the game's graphics allow. This is not a AAA title. This is not on PC. But, man, they made a Nazi joke. Yeah, that's fucking dark. Alright, I didn't think Netmarble would go that dark considering you're killing White Tiger. But, hey, when you're working with endangered species, I guess you can make jokes like that. But yeah, like I was saying, guys, I really like the level design, especially on Squirrel Girl's mission, as you guys will see at the end of this video. I just love the way that it actually kind of does look like Central Park. I've been to Central Park a few times, so I really, really like that. And it's a really nice departure from all the missions we have where it looks like some fucking, like, you know, DJ's mindfuck dream or something. It looks like a techno zone, like, mental melt rape scenario. Or it looks like a weird dystopian like nuclear power plant. Maybe it's like they're the designs for the North Korean power plants that they plan to develop in like 2259. But anyways, I really like the level design, and here we go. I'm going into the next mission. I just wanted to get to Squirrel Girl because that's who I'm farming first. So I was just doing the absolute minimum that I needed to do in order to get to her mission. So that's the strategy you should employ if you haven't already unlocked them. As well, guys, when you have time or when you feel like it, you should play the other missions. I just played the 60, 60, 60, 60, 60, but you should play the 10, 20, 30, 40, and 50 because you get the first playthrough bonus, which is usually like 1 or 2 biometrics, which is pretty good to do just once. So you can use them as your like lead up to the 100% progressions, or you can use them at the end of your 100% progression 30 minutes are up. Here we go with Wiccan. We're going out for milkshakes afterwards. I like that. I like it that it kind of feels like a nod to the shawarma joke from the first Avengers movie. I think it would be awesome if they had more humor in the game. I think they have a good amount. They have a decent amount, especially with the introduction of a character like Gwenpool. But they could have more, and I think it would be really, really welcome. Again, I really like the level design. I mean, it doesn't look so cool, but it does look a lot like the jungle mission with Black Dwarf, which is really, really awesome. So I like that there's some kind of, overlap there, except you get to explore more of the level because it's not some round fucking arena. I accidentally called in Super Fred, so he's getting a shout out on this video. Thanks, Super Fred. I mean, Shirag really needed her dad's help, so hashtag genetics. Here we go. Wiccan looks so badass. I'm kind of disappointed that he died so fast, but also, guys, his name is Billy. I don't read the comics, quite enough to know that, but come on, Billy? They couldn't call him something else? Yeah, so I think it's kind of funny. But anyways, my humor is kind of lame and crude, so whatever. Yeah, just doing this stuff. Obviously, he's going to get absolutely savagely beaten by Shirag, but it doesn't matter because he still looks cool as hell when he's doing it. I really, really like these new special missions, guys, even though they got rid of the old ones. I know a lot of the people in the community are really super salty about that. They can't farm Ronin anymore, Yellow Jacket, Giant Man. I understand. I think this is kind of like the best compromise. You know, they needed to make... Netmarble needed to make the Dimension Rifts more enjoyable and more worthwhile for people, because otherwise just introducing the new search system would not be enough. Nobody wants to search for a Captain America Rift, okay? Sorry. But they had to make it more interesting, and this was, I think, the best and only way to do it. So now we get introduced to Teddy. I mean, Teddy and Billy is like hilarious enough as it is. I don't know what it is with me and names, but I find them really humorous. Anyways, here's what I was talking about here. I'm trying to get to New York State of Mind. Also, that's a shout out to a song, I guess. But yeah, you press the no limit thing here, and then you can go into the Hulkling mission, and then you just have to play it once. Then it'll unlock Baked Alaska, as you guys are going to see, and then you play it again, and then it unlocks the New York State of Mind. So in between those two shots, guys, you saw that my team switched up. Now I have the big bald master himself, Thanos, as my leader. I got the team up bonuses there with Cap and Sin. Here's what's really, really interesting for me, and I really, really like it. So pay attention a little bit about the script here, guys. The dialogue. They're boyfriends. Wiccan and Hulkling are dating. That's awesome. Not awesome that they're dating, awesome that Netmarble like intentionally put it in the game and intentionally made it something that we actually have to like click through. That's really, really good. And despite the jokes about diversity stones, guys, they did it. They actually, included a clear, explicit nod to that, which I think is excellent. It's not only true to the comics and true to the like mythology and stuff of the original creators are intending, but it's also showing that there's no negative bias or prejudice, at least in this game currently. A lot of games just won't mention anything at all because they don't want to upset either groups. I understand people have different views. I'm not trying to get into a debate, but I think it's really great that they put this in the game. And I think it's a really small thing that they probably thought about a lot, but that in the end they made the right decision about, and that it's really awesome that they included it. This is pretty hilarious. I don't take orders from you. There's some like sexual tension going on here that we can't really sense that's going on here with Billy and Teddy, but I guess Teddy doesn't want to play fair on this one, so we're gonna have to do it the rough way. Cue the jokes about Teddy taking balls to the face, I guess. He doesn't take that many balls, though. Some of his cronies take the other balls, but they're not strong enough to handle the balls, as you can see, so they actually die. But Teddy takes a couple of balls to the face before he goes down, so that's pretty cool. Thanks for the jokes, Thanos. So yeah, anyways, that's the Teddy mission. As you guys can see, the first clear reward is there, which is why it's good to do the other missions. Again, the Loki, I paused it here because that's wrong. They need to fix that. Hopefully it's not that difficult to fix. I didn't really get why they had to have a kind of backwards way of introducing some of Hulkling's abilities. Hulkling's like, oh, they can't control me with their mind control unless it's not pheromone based. Well, now we know it's not pheromone based, but I don't think anyone was asking that question in the first place, so it's just kind of funny that they put that in there. It kind of seemed awkward and unnecessary to me, but that's just from a casual scrub like myself. This weird one here about Texas not being the largest state anymore, these kinds of stuff, I don't know, it kind of seems, again, like the other thing, awkward and out of place. And then Iron Man says it's hilarious. I don't know, this kind of banter to me is kind of funny in like a corny way. But I still think it's cool, and it's obviously better than having none at all. So I do appreciate that they put this in and, you know, have this for us to either skip through or go through if we want to read it like I did. So let's check out this video. Or sorry, let's check out this this level. I think it's really cool. I like the little cabins in the background. As a Canadian, of course, it's always nice to see up north. We will get a really sick shot of what looks like a good interpretation or a good imitation of the Northern Lights, which is pretty fucking dope. And again, it's, you know, really nice to see something that looks more like something that we can find in reality, as opposed to always being like these weird space stations and shit that you can only find in the comic books. It's nice to have kind of both worlds. So I do really like that. I wish her level was just a little bit bigger, or kind of more a little bit more different than the rest of the map. Like if there was something more of an arena or something cooler. Of course, Northern Lights. Shout out Aurora Borealis. Shout out Rorora Bora 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 Blora Flora. So I think that's really great, and it looks really cool to me. Too bad Songbird gets absolutely fucking roasted by Thanos' balls. That took about 3 seconds. But yeah, see, I like all the trees. I like all the snow. I obviously sound like a huge dork right now talking about the level design, but I just think it's really cool, and it is kind of important. And there's one thing that I did forget to say and mention before, but I will mention it now. The music. They updated the music for these missions, and I'm also pretty sure that they updated the music for the world boss levels, and it's freaking awesome. If you guys don't listen to the music yet, or if you haven't yet like tuned into the music, give it a try. It's actually pretty good for a mobile game. And you know, historically mobile games have had terrible MIDI tones to work with, so I really do appreciate good music in a mobile game, although I myself am not listening to it that often. I did tune in and I was really happy. Then we get the Gwenpool. Oh damn. Squirrel Girl jokes aside, we finally get the Gwenpool shifter. I did only do Squirrel Girl runs from here on out, so I don't have any experience with any of the other special missions, but I did get something like 20 Gwenpool shifter bios in 2 days worth of runs. That means yesterday and today, the 2 days ago and the day before yesterday, whatever. I'm not good at math. You guys already fucking know that. That's a running theme on this fucking channel. So anyways, like 40 years ago, I got 20 Gwenpool bios, and yeah, it's about 10 Gwenpool shifter bios per day. That's at least my rate, so if you're getting more, you're getting less, let me know in the comments. But guys, try not to get into discussions about them having nerfed the drop rates for special missions. I highly doubt they would do that. If you get a bad run of luck and you don't get many bios, either shifter bios or regular bios for the day, don't stress too much about it. If the community in general was having really bad luck, there would be a lot more chatter about it, and then you wouldn't feel like you're the only one. If you feel like you're the only girl in the world, it's probably just RNGesus being a little asshole to you. So don't, you know, try not to focus too much on it, and just wait for the next day, and you know, the RNG will even itself out. So as you guys can see there, Squirrel Girl did not have a mouth big enough to hold all of Thanos' balls in. No one's ever made that joke before, so I'm glad I was the first one. And that mission ended pretty quick. So from now on, I'm just running the Squirrel Girl missions to get the bios. But that's it for the video today, guys. So if you like what you see, let me know, and I hope to see you again tomorrow. Take care.